Welcome back to my channel, guys. So today we'll be learning how to make this milkmaid top with basque waistline. Let's get into it.
Hi guys, so the first thing to do is to get your basic body pattern, which I have here. I have my vertical and horizontal measurement. So basically what I have here, I've added my waist dart to it, waist dart allowance, and this is my chest line, this is my breast point, this is my under bust, this is my half length, and this is my full length. So I've already had my body measurement, and I've already drafted out the basic bodies, just remaining the dance. And the reason why I did not draft out the dance is because this pattern, that is what I want to use to cut out the back pattern also, because I don't want to waste my pattern paper. Okay, so I draft out my back neckline. This is my back neckline here, and I did my shoulder slope. Now, for the back, now for me to cut out the back, all I just have to do is to connect from my half length all the way to the center front, since it has a basque illusion. So for me, I do not want to connect it from that place. I want it to go down a bit. Okay, so I'll be connecting from 16.5, 16.5, and I'll connect it all the way to my half length. You can decide to use your straight ruler, and you can decide to use your curved ruler. It depends on what you want. So me, I'll be using my curved ruler because I don't want the basque design to be sharp. Okay, I don't want it to be sharp, so I'll be using my curved ruler. So this is just the back. So I'll cut it out now. I'll cut my back, then we will now draft the front. Okay, we do the alteration we need to do on the front. We don't really need anything to do on the back. So all I will just do on the back is I will add my zipper allowance, and that's all. And for the back also, you can decide to make it straight at the back. You can decide to make it straight at the back. Okay, instead of having the back effect, you can decide to make it straight at the back. It all depends on what you want for this back. You can decide to have the back effect. You can decide to make it straight at the back. But for me, I'll be making use of the back effect. So this is my back now. I'm gonna spin it down on my fabric. So I'll be adding 1.5 inch allowance for the um zipper allowance. Then I will add half inch. I'm not adding any allowance to the neckline at all. So I'll just add half inch to the shoulder. I will add half inch to my armhole, and my side seam I'll be adding 1.5. I'll be adding 1.5 to my side seam, and my hemline also I'll be adding 1 inch to half inch to my hemline. Half. I will add half inch to my hemline, and that is all. So I'll go ahead and cut this out now. Then we move to the front pattern. So for the front pattern, the first thing I'll do is to create my dart. So I'll divide my bust pan by 2. My bust pan is 7.5. So divided by 2, I'll be having 3.75. So I'll mark it all the way down from my bust point. This is my bust point. Then I'll mark my half inch on both sides at my bust point and my waistline. Now connect with a straight ruler together like this. So after that, I'll go ahead and connect it to the, it's not going to get to the hemline. So let me just connect it so that we can see. The reason why I don't want to get to the hemline is because I've already shaped the hemline. Assuming we've not shaped the hemline, it's going to get to the hemline. Can you see where it gets to? Then I'll take it back to my breast point. Okay, so after doing that, we need to create sort of a cup. It's not really a cup per se. So what I will do first before doing that is I will determine um where I want my this thing to be, the neck to stop. the length of my neck. Yeah, so I want the neck to stop around 6.5. Okay, so I'll go ahead and mark that 6.5 point. Hmm? The next thing is to create the neckline. So from my chest line here, that is where I want my neck to be. I want it to stop at the chest line. I'll come in, this is my back measurement line, right? So I'll come in by 1.5 like this. So after coming in by 1.5, I'll connect it to the neck width that we have here. This neck width, I'll connect it to using a straight ruler. Okay. So after doing that, we just need to create just like a cup illusion. So what I'll do is at the center front here, I'll come in by 0.75. So by the time you open it up, it's going to give you 1.5. So it's 0.75. So I'll place my curved ruler like this on the under bust. I'll mark, that I've already marked this is my under, what's it called? This is my nipple to nipple point. So I'll place my curved ruler connecting that under bust from that nipple to nipple point to this center like this. I'll place it and connect it like this all the way to my chest line. Then at the other side also, I'll place it and connect it to the 1.5 inch I did here. You can do 1 inch. It depends on how wide you want the neck. Okay, I don't want the neck to be too wide, that is why I did 1.5. So you go ahead and cut it like this. Okay, so I'll just use my pencil and my free hand to blend it in. So I just want to blend it in, and this is what we are. So I'll go ahead and cut it out like this now. Okay, so by the time we want to join the down part to it, the down part is going to be having a dart. That is just what I want. You can decide not to put that on your own, but for me, I want it to have a dart. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut it out now. So this is the way you cut out. I'll set this aside, then continue my cutting. Okay, so I'll cut this out now, which is going to serve as my yoke. I'll cut it out. Okay, so this is my down part. I'll go ahead and pieces this into two so that I'll cut it separately. And I'll be adding allowance to it. So this is what I have now. Can you see? Can I just join this together before cutting? But me, I want that effect. So I'll be adding allowance to it. So I'll add half inch here, half here, then half inch to this side, half inch to this side, half inch at the upper part, half inch here. This place is going to be unfold. Then for my side seam, I'll add 1.5. For the hem line, I'll add half also. So I'll set this aside now so that we can work on the cup. This is the cup we have, right? So we are going to be using slash and spread method to get the fullness of the cup. It is full, it has gathers. So I'll be dividing this into four parts. Okay. So I'll divide this place to two. I will divide this place to two also. So this does not have any measurements also. So you can just divide it anyhow. So after dividing it, I'll go ahead and slash it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me just do one more line. So I'll go ahead and slash it, then spread on another pattern paper. So I'll just slash it like this. I'll not slash it all the way to the down. You can see that I'm not even using the line that I drew. So you can just slash it anyhow. You don't have to follow any rules, okay? So I'll go ahead and spread it on a new pattern paper. But for this, I'll be adding half here, half here, half here, then half here for joining. So this is a new pattern paper, so I'm going to be spreading it now. So I'll take one part of it in order to secure it down. So I'll add my liquid bulb. I love to use liquid gum because it helps well when you are working with slash and spread. So you can just spread it anyhow. Just have it in mind that the more you spread, the more the fullness you have, okay? So you can just spread it. And by the time you finish spreading, this part also you are going to be having it because this is the way it's supposed to be. If you measure what you have now and by the time you spread it, it's going to be more. So it's not only this place that is going to have the fullness, the down part also is going to have the fullness. It's just that it's not going to be up to what you have on at the front. So I'll be spreading it now by 1 inch. Let me use 1 inch to spread it all the way. Yeah, so I'll spread it by 1 inch and I'll make sure that by the time I'm spreading it, both the upper part and the lower part they lay flat. That is another thing, they have to lay, or else you are not going to get the right shape again. So make sure they lay flat. So I'll just use 1 inch to spread, then I'll lay the down part also. So this is what I have after spreading. So the next thing is just to blend it. You can use your free hand to blend it in order to join it together. You can also use your curved ruler to blend it, whatever one you wish to do. So you can use anyone to blend it. So I'll go ahead and cut this out now. And at the upper part here, I'll be adding 1 inch for seam allowance because we are going to be folding that part, okay? So I will add 1 inch for seam allowance, and at the lower part I'll be adding half an inch for seam allowance. So the first thing I'll be doing now is to work on the front bodies. So I'll go ahead and join it together. If you do not have that to your front bodies, you are going to skip this part, okay? You know that I added that to my front body. That is why I add this joining. So you are going to skip this part if you did not add that to your front body. So I'll do this for both the lining and the fabric. So I'm done joining. This is what I have. I'm yet to iron. So what I'll do is I'll take it to the ironing table to open press it. So I'll be opening up the seam and press it down, okay? And you can also decide to top stitch it, whichever one you want is fine. So after doing this, the next thing is to work on the cup. This is our cup, right? And I have 4 pieces of this. If you had only just 2 pieces, do not bother. So if you have 2 pieces, all you need to do is just to fold it in at the upper part like this so that you can pass your rubber through it. But because I have 4 pieces, I will just go ahead and turn it with maybe quarter of an inch. Then I will create my rubber channel where I will be passing the rubber through. So I'll just put it on at the upper part like this. So this is what I have now. I'm gonna add some stitches. So what I'll just do is the way I'm folding it like this, I'll just sew it at half an inch. You can use 0.75 also so that I'll be able to pass my rubber through it. So I'll just sew it all the way. So I'm gonna need to add my rubber tip as you can you see I've added my rubber tip and this is what I have now. The next thing I want to work on the back because so that I can iron everything at once. So for the back, because I'm adding lining to it, I'll go ahead and turn it with my lining. If you are not adding lining to your own, just go ahead and turn it with your facing. So I'll turn it with my lining and I will add the back waist that then I'll take it to the ironing table so that I can iron then we continue. So this is my back piece. I'm gonna also add my that piece and I added my zipper. You can see how neat my zipper is looking. So and for my front piece also, I'm gonna also add one of the cups as you can see. So I'll be adding the second one now so that we see. So this is the cup. I'm gonna add to notch it at the center. So what I'll be doing is I'll be leaving half an inch here before I start joining. So I'll place right side to right side. So I'll leave half an inch like this so that I'll use it the lining to turn it. I'll be using the lining to turn this part. But if you are not adding lining here, all you have to do is just to fold it in before you join, okay? But because I'm turning with lining. So I'll leave the half an inch, then I'll continue to sew. So I'll make sure that the notch part of the cup and the body align. So it's going to have a small sleeve. It's because the reason I'm having just this tiny piece is because I did not sweat, I did not slash the pattern through while we were drafting. You should remember that I did not slash it through. So if you want more full density, all you just have to do is to slash it through, like from the beginning to the end while drafting. So that's it. So I'll go ahead and join it. And at this part also, I'll be sewing the cup out to this place. So I'll be leaving half inch so that I'll use it to turn it also. So this is what I have now. I'm gonna have to join the second cup. I'm yet to add the second row. So what I'll just do is I'll place it right side facing right side. Now, by the time I want to join, I will not fold the seam line because I'm still going to use my lining to turn this outside, right? So I will open up the seam like this. Can you see? You see that I open it up. I did not fold it like this. I will open it up, then I will join. This is because I still want to use my lining to turn it inside. But if you are not using lining to turn it, after you must have joined it, you would have fold the upper part before joining it. So you just fold the seam line, then you join together. But because I'm turning with lining, that is why I'm not folding the seam line. So this is it now. The next thing is to add my lining. So this is my lining. Right side is going to be facing right side. The first place I will turn is this part that I added my yoke for both the front, the two side rather. For the two side, I will be turning this part first. So let me just turn this first one, then we continue. So you see, I've gone ahead to turn the yoke part and the center. You can see that I'm here to turn this part, right? So what I'll do is I'm going to be flipping it like this. I'll flip it like this. You have to be careful if you are doing this process. Then I'll turn it this way. So I'll just be sewing it with the half an inch that we used to sew the cup initially. So I'll sew it all around the cloth, so all around the cup rather. So you need to flip it. So this is what I have now. I've gone ahead to turn the hem line of the front piece as you can see, and I'm gonna have to join the shoulder of both the front and the back together. So all I have to do now is I'm going to be using bias to turn the armhole. After turning the armhole with bias, I'll go ahead and join the side seam, and that is done. But if you are going to be adding sleeve to your own, just go ahead and join the side seam, then you join your sleeve. So I'll do this now, then I'll show you what we have.